All right, everybody, welcome to Saturday. Welcome to Saturday. Hope you're having a good holiday long weekend. Hope that that's part of your day today. Just enjoying, just chilling. I got the fire going. We're just chilling out here. So let's take a look for each zodiac sign. We're going to start with Capricorn. We're going to go all the way around to Sagittarius. And then at the end, I will pull cards for everybody watching. What do you really need to know right now? What's going to be really important that you know right now? We are moving into 2026 this coming week. I'm going to be doing some videos about that. You'll be seeing, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the individual zodiac readings this month. I'd love to hear your opinion about that. Last month, I did the mid-months where I spent the beginning part of the video talking about the overall astrology, and then I went for each sign. You tell me if you liked that format, then I will continue to pursue that for for at least January. We'll see. It's all fun to experiment, don't you think? Okay. I'd love to hear your opinions in the description box. I also kind of miss those air, fire, earth, water readings. I don't know about you guys, but love to hear your opinion on that. All right, drop a comment. Let's see. If you're new here, welcome in. If you hit that like button, other people who like this kind of content will get to see it. It takes the channel a lot further when someone hits the like button, even than the subscribe button, or so I've learned. So interesting, good point to know. All right, let's go. Capricorn, what is going on with you? We have Mars and Venus and the sun, and then Mercury all transiting through your sign. So lots of action on the Capricorn front here. Happy birthday, by the way. Veiled. Happy birthday to Capricorn. What's going on for you, my dear? What is happening for my Capricorn friends? What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? Let's see. Two of Pentacles underneath. This looks like a decision that I get the feeling that you're getting pressured into making a decision, but it's only because you've kind of dragged your feet for a long time on this. So if the pressure is existing, it's not just them. It's not just you. It's like the both of you. But there's definitely some kind of decision, or the three of you, or like if you're deciding between two people or between two jobs, it's like, okay, I really think you need to make this decision soon. Death. May not have any choice. The King of Cups, the Moon, Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the outcome is the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, there's definitely some change going on here. Cancer also, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Obviously, you're dealing with a water sign here. But there's something about the full moon in Cancer coming up. It may be time to let somebody go, or you're being let go. There's conversations going on behind the scenes right now. Okay. And the decision hasn't been made yet. So if this is your work scenario, I really feel like this is going to send you in a better direction than where you are, despite that Five of Pentacles. But I feel like there's conversations going on right now behind your back about other people moving on, or somebody moving on, or, deciding to end things or whatever. What's the advice for Capricorn here? I don't want you to get confused. Like, if you feel that the relationship or the job you're in is super solid, then like this reading isn't for you. Okay. Yes, that's right. The Sun, the Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Fool. You're meant to go in a different direction. Okay? You're meant to go in a different direction. If you're hanging out in a scenario maybe too long. Maybe you're there a little too long. And if you get kicked out of a relationship or kicked out of a job, just know that you might have overstayed your welcome here a little bit. And it's because I feel like you don't know where you want to go, and that's true, but there is help. There is help. I mean, you have a new path. You have a new path to walk. And this person or this situation is kicking you out for good reason. It's kicking you out for good reason. I think you know what that is. Yep. Ace of Wands. Page of Cups. Look at all the page energy. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Chariot. Definitely dealing, I get all the Cancerian cards. If you're dealing with a water sign person, it's time for you to either go toward this person because they're trying to make a new start with you. They're trying to make a new start. Wherever you're leaving, it's time for you to go. I feel like you are going toward a water sign person. If that water sign person is the one who's like kicking you out of their life, I'd be a little bit surprised by that, but not totally. We do have the full moon in Cancer coming up. You might just be trading one water sign for another water sign. Okay. Either way, it's something that's got to be deeply felt by you. And I also feel like there's something about independence. Like you might need more independence, or they're somebody who has a lot of independence, or they want their independence or something like that. So Capricorn, what you really need to know right now is like, it's about time for something to come to an end. So you could make that happen, but there's definitely something going on behind the scenes that you don't know about yet. So heads up, heads up. All right. Aquarius, what's happening with my Aquarians? Stormy. Wow. Out of the gate. The two signs ruled by Saturn. Yeah. Two signs ruled by Saturn, Capricorn and Aquarius. What's going on for my Aquarians, please? King of Cups underneath. All right, that's the second time the King of Cups has come up in this reading. The Empress, the Chariot, Cancer energy there. Cancer a couple times. Five of Swords. Page of Swords, Two of Cups, the Lover's card, Queen of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. There's a message coming to you from a Gemini. I see you here, Aquarius, as the Venus energy, right? This beautiful Empress, and Venus is into Capricorn, and this is there's something here about going after what I want. I really want to go after what I want. And the Five of Swords, like I would be super careful about how you do that, because this Five of Swords is manipulation, and we're getting this Stormy card. So why is the Five of Swords here? Ten of Cups, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Wands. You're going to get what you want. You don't have to manipulate somebody to do it. You're going to get what you want. Why is the Stormy card here? Five of Wands, King of Wands, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles. There's something here about competition. There's something here about competition. We got three kings, and we've got the Hermit energy, the Virgo Hermit energy. Aquarius, I would be careful about a Virgo or a Sagittarian, Cancerian. I feel like somebody wants something from you. Gemini. I feel like somebody wants something from you and they feel a lot of competition with you. They feel they're in competition with you. Now, if you're feeling like, hey, I'm just moving forward and I'm going to do whatever it takes, I feel like the competitive energy is not that good. I mean, what I mean by that is like, I'm not sure I would play that card because I just feel like this is something that maybe you've done in the past and it hasn't worked out well, or you have attracted in people who are very competitive with you and you kind of just like don't pay attention to it. You take them under your wing, or you're like, oh, it's no big deal. There's no competition here. And then, you end up getting blindsided by somebody because they steal from you, or they, I don't know, talk about you behind your back or something like that. There's something going on behind your back here. Just like with Capricorn, there's something going on behind your back. So I would protect myself, the Four of Pentacles. And, I would say that there's some kind of gossip. The Five of Swords and the Page of Swords is gossip. So people are trying to smear your reputation, or the information's getting around, or something like that. There are people behind you who are behind your back, trying to not try to take you down. I'm not seeing that, but they're just talking about you behind your back. I don't see a takedown. I just see like, you should know. Okay. You should know. The Queen of Cups and the outcome, King and Queen of Cups here, which is divine counterparts. There's already love here. Temperance, Nine of Cups, the Emperor, Empress too, and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's already love between you and this person. There's other people trying to step in and muddy the waters for this, or try to convince you or this other person to like back out or do something else. It's not going to work. If there's people gossiping behind your back, it's definitely out of jealousy. Definitely. So the stormy nature of this makes me feel like there are people trying to be in competition with you. I don't really get the sense that there's going to be much fallout from that. I think it's just one of those things that you should know about. And I do think you're going to get what you want with this partner, the Nine of Cups and the Emperor energy, because Archangel Michael is here. The Ace of Pentacles is here. There's already love between the two of you. And the people talking behind the back is really the active principle in that reading. So it's sort of just like continue to, carry on. I wouldn't interact with anybody you feel is doing that behind your back, talking behind your back or anything like that. I wouldn't try to call them out on it or anything like that. I don't think it's going to impact you in a bad way, but it did come up in the reading. So that just says to me that you should know about it. All right. For some reason, you should just know. Okay. All right. Pisces. Knowledge. Let's see. What's happening with my Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know? Okay. What does Pisces need to know? Knight of Wands. Get the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter, which is your traditional ruler there. Two of Cups, Pisces. Page of Swords. Hermit. Knight of Swords, Justice, the World, and the Judgment card. Been seeing that a lot. So Pisces, what you need to know is, I feel like there is a person that you've been thinking about. There's going to be a fated, destined connection between you and this person. They might reach out via text or come toward you in a very kind of direct way. Person could be an air sign, Libra in particular, or Virgo or Sag. Okay. And This person is free of their situation, and now it's going to be up to you. This person just wants you to know, I'm free now, and you can do with that information whatever you want. They want you to know, I'm free now. Why is that? You know, you do know. 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I feel like you have changed, you have moved, I don't know, moved on, but like you have developed in your life to a pretty good place. All right, Pisces, I feel like even if you maybe, I don't know if you feel like that right now, but I feel like you're going in a good direction for yourself. And when this happens, when this person reaches out, you're going to be like, oh, wow, there was a time when I would have jumped at this. Not sure I'm going to, or not sure I want to anymore. This person's going to tell you that they're free. But this Wheel of Fortune says to me that this is a new chapter with this person or this situation. And it's totally up to you whether you embrace this or just let it pass you by. I'm not seeing whether this is good or bad. I feel like you'll be in a good place no matter what you do, because you've learned that it's about you making yourself happy, and being your own best partner. I feel like that person was somebody that you might have been like, this is my ideal partner, but it's taken so long. I don't know if you care anymore. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you. Boundaries. What does that mean? Are you good with boundaries or not so good with boundaries? Has boundaries been a lesson in 2025? Have you had this lesson already? Or is this something that's going to be new coming up? That's my question to the deck. You may already know that answer, but let's see what the deck has to say. Underneath is the Ace of Cups. Fool. So this is a new path, taking what you've learned. Aries. Oh yeah. King of Wands. There you are. 10 of Wands. What have I learned? Not to take on all of the work in a new relationship or all the emotional labor of a relationship. 9 of Swords, 6 of Cups, Queen of Swords, dealing with an air sign, 4 of Swords. So I feel like you're ready for a new path here, Aries. But there's like a why can't I quit you here. This Queen of Swords is somebody that I feel like you want to go back to, or you want to have another start with. Just be careful to really bring forward the lessons of boundaries that you've had. So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you're like, listen, in my relationships, I've learned that I do a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of the emotional connection between us. I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't want to be the only one who initiates sex. I don't want to be the only one, like whatever you've learned. Okay. Magician. I want ultimate truthfulness between us. Okay. You're manifesting this new relationship that is based on all you have learned. Okay. So, and then you're like, oh gosh, here we go again. This is a person from the past. Here we go again. Aquarius. Fixed air. Yeah, Aquarius. 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So this person, boy, you guys have a lot of history together. This is definitely somebody that you already know. And I feel like you have a fresh start ahead of you. So why go back to this person? They may be showing up on your path. Why go back, or why is this person showing up again? 5 of Swords. I feel like you haven't really healed from this, okay? I Feel like you haven't really healed from this. 2 of Swords, Hanged Man, and the 9 of Cups. This is a very powerful soulmate for you, Aries. And I just get the feeling you don't see this person clearly. Your friends might be like, oh no, don't go near that person again. What are you doing? And everything. There's a draw. There's a real draw. There's a lot of passion here. And the only way to be with this person is if you've healed. But I feel like if you healed, you don't want to be with this person. This could be another cycle for you. Another cycle with this person. What are we going to talk about here? Or what are we talking about here? Sun. Yes, another cycle. 8 of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Strength card. Boy, you have a weakness for this person. Wow. It's possible they have a weakness for you. I feel like this is going to be another cycle with this person. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that there's more to learn. This person has more to teach you. You have more to teach this person. They're coming around again here within the next between 10 days and 6 months. So before we get to the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, but before we get to June 21st, you're going to have another cycle with this person or an opportunity. What have you learned? And the more you can employ what you've learned, the quicker that cycle is going to be, because I feel like this person is coming in. This person's a teacher for you. Most definitely a teacher. All right. So that's Aries. Let's see. Taurus. What's going on for you? Look at you. Transformation. Big change ahead for my Taurus. Chiron is going to be moving into your sign. You're going to let go of Uranus. Okay, so the innovation in terms of your self-worth will be complete. Whatever you've learned about yourself in terms of taking good care of yourself, that's the completion of that lesson. We do have Chiron moving into Taurus, so there's something about your self-worth, your identity. Have you built your identity around money or built your identity around external trappings that might be done for you? Okay, you're not building your identity around that anymore. Really becoming a butterfly right now. 4 of Swords, beautiful. Look at that Fool. That's the second one in a row that we've had the Fool as the first. So Aries and Taurus. 4 of Pentacles. Protect yourself. The Temperance card. So it could be dealing with a Sag or Scorpio. Virgo energy. The Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Magician. More Virgo. More Gemini. 2 of Swords. Some fast talking person. I think you think you're healed. It's way too early to be healed. You might have just gotten out of a situation. And there's somebody that's going to present themselves or try to present themselves as very trustworthy. But I feel like you fell for this once before. Not necessarily this person, but you might have fallen for somebody who was like a fast talker or somebody who was very slick or smooth or somebody who was, if you feel like they're slick or smooth, they're not slick or smooth. Okay. Slick and smooth are categories of behaviors that you're like, wow. And when you say slick or smooth, that might be too, here's what I'm trying to say. To be somebody who's really slick is to not have the other person know that you're being slick. Okay. So this person presents himself as being the Knight of Pentacles, but really they're the Magician. You have been through this lesson before. 2 of Swords, not going to fall for it again. You've been through this lesson, so you're free of something. You're free of something here, Taurus. Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Oh, absolutely. I get the feeling that you might be heading into a direction of being like fiercely independent. And it's not that you don't trust yourself necessarily. It's that everybody, I almost feel like you might have some time on your own for a while to kind of get your bearings, especially if you've just left a situation, a relationship. Yeah, Seven of Cups and Five of Swords. I don't like that. So there's a decision to go forward, and I just feel like you might want to take some time just to be on your own, whatever that means for you. Okay, Taurus, that's for you. Now let's talk to Gemini. What is happening for my Geminis? Okay, Gemini. Damn, Sam, I keep seeing this card for you and for Sag. So jealousy. What is happening here? Jealousy. Jealousy can be a good thing. You see something you want. It like helps you identify after a chapter. Maybe you got twisted around a little bit, knowing what you want. All right. King of Wands underneath. Six of Cups. Queen of Swords. I'm going to take that. The Devil card. Okay. And the Six of Pentacles. So the Devil card, I feel like you've just gotten out of a situation, or you've had situations recently that have not been what you wanted. Page of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Two of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. And the Queen of Cups. So this is going to be a time, a time of you really moving in the direction of what you want, something very reciprocal. I feel like you were in a situation that looked better on paper than it really was, Gemini. And I feel like the situation is this Page of Cups is about, I almost feel like you're fantasizing about getting an apology from someone. I don't think you're going to get that apology. I think it's time for you to move off in a direction that's really good for you. And find people who are willing to be reciprocal with you, that are on your level in terms of what it is that you want in your life. You might have been dealing with someone who's kind of slick. That's the second reading in a row I'm talking about slick. Someone who kind of took advantage of your kind and giving nature. And this person you could know from childhood, or they're a child. They're emotionally immature. Three of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they misrepresented themselves. They're definitely somebody who is hiding a lot, or has hid a lot from you. So what's the jealousy card about? I just see a lot of self-protection here. Eight of Wands, King of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. So Gemini, you could have a water sign looking at you right now and thinking you're all that in a bag of chips, that you have everything you want, and this person wants what you have. You could also be almost in a relationship, a new relationship, and other people are very jealous of that for some reason. So either way, I just feel like the jealousy thing is, you deserve happiness for sure. I would protect your peace. I would start prioritizing peace and safety, and getting away from people who are wanting to take away what's mine or what's yours, or, what you have built. I'd be very careful. This could be a love partner coming in who wants what you have, but they come in as like, look at how amazing I am. And they get you to kind of agree. So I think they're kind of manipulative. Be careful. Okay. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Protect yourself. Self-protection is going to be the key. And I love this card in this deck. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot, because she's very protective of this little girl, this inner child. So I feel like that's what you need to be as well. Be very protective of your money, of your resources. I would be super skeptical of this person. All right. That's for Gemini. Cancer, what's up for you guys? Focus. What's up for my Cancerians? We have a full moon in your sign of Cancer as we get into January. So what happened 6 months ago during your birthday season? Did you make a wish? Because has it come true? There's something here about like maybe this year has really scattered you. There's been a lot going on. 8 of Pentacles underneath, especially regarding work. There's been a lot going on here. 8 of Swords. King of Pentacles. Feel like you can't get it going. 6 of Pentacles. Going to someone for a loan. Feel like you can't get your work moving, Cancer. The Sun, yes, the Sun, Page of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. I feel like you could be going toward a King of Pentacles, somebody who has done what you want to do, maybe like a mentor or somebody that you know who can help you. Because I see you as like, I have an idea or I have a passion and I really want to do it. This might be all bound up with a romantic partner. Okay, the 4 of Wands here, and then the Hanged Man. I almost feel like you really want the financial advice or the business advice, and you don't so much want the romantic relationship, but it turns into a romantic relationship. So then you're kind of like stuck a little bit. Like, is that what I really want? The Hanged Man is like, I have to surrender to my new life. I just going to say this. Some of you might feel like you're on the hook with this person. 7 of Wands. Oh yeah. Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. This person's very intuitive. Could be a Sag, or it could be a another water sign. Okay, this person's fated and destined for you, but I do feel like if you do go toward this person, they expect it to be a romantic relationship. So just heads up. If that's not what you want, I wouldn't go toward this person. All right, Cancer, I just wouldn't do it, because I feel like that's going to it'll mess things up no matter what. So like, why even start that? All right, that's for Cancer. Now for Leo. What is happening for my Leos? All right, I'm gonna use this. Leo. Courage, that's your card. Courage. The Cowardly Lion. Courage. All right, let's see what's going on here. Leo. All these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Look at you. We got another Leo card here. The Sun, I got the Death card, but I'm just going to hold on to that for a second. 6 of Cups. Very joyful, happy, beautiful energy. 8 of Cups. Happy that you walked away, or happy that, you're getting away from something. The 7 of Cups, something that was confusing to you. Something about the full moon here. Full moon in Cancer coming up January 3rd. Ace of Cups, the moon, Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like you're walking away from something. Maybe you're walking away from a relationship and you're feeling free. There's a new opportunity coming in. So for some of you, this is two people. For others of you, this is a person coming back around. They're coming back around because of money. You owe them some money or something. I don't know what that is. I'm going to clarify that. The Seven of Wands says no, I'm not doing this. There is something here about like, don't jump into a new relationship until something has been completed. Don't go from one to another here. All right, the Seven of Cups. Two of Wands. Yes, the Fool, the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so I see you jumping from one relationship to another, Leo. And I feel like you think you've done some healing work, but I think you're going to find some similarities in this new relationship to the old one. This person's coming in because you didn't want to look at some of the lessons from the past. So this Five of Pentacles, this person is has nothing, not two nickels to rub together. The Emperor, Five of Swords, Justice, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. So you're going to I feel like you're going to be fine. I'm not worried about you because I don't feel like you're going to become committed to this new person until you know who they are. The full moon in Cancer says, I'm letting go. I'm letting go of feelings for a person from the past. I'm really doing that healing work. I think there's more to it than that, though. Okay. I think there's more healing to it, more to it than that. And there's definitely something done here. You might be just completing a relationship and another one crops up. Another one crops up. Anything more about the Five of Pentacles? Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, King of Cups. This is like a rescue fantasy. Yeah, there's possibly a new person coming in. And because of what happened in the previous one, you might let this person in. It's like a revenge fantasy or something along those lines. It does feel like money's involved, though. I don't know how money's involved. I just get the feeling that you've had money involved in the past and you're really ready for something good. You're really ready for something good, but I just feel like money is going to complicate things. Money is going to make everything a little weirder. And it's like, maybe you haven't had to deal with that in the past. Maybe the relationships you've had started in your 20s and, you know, nobody had anything and who cares and all of that. But now, Leo, I just see you as like having a lot to offer. So you better be really discerning. You better be really discerning. It's going to take courage. Hi, Mr. Char. All right, Virgo. What's happening with my Virgos? Guides. Guides are trying to tell you something, Virgo. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and then I'll read for everybody. So, Virgo, your guides are trying to tell you something. Tower. Fool. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Look at this Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. And there's your card, Virgo. 10 of Cups. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. All the cards that are underneath are about what's happening behind the scenes. So there's some kind of new beginning, new opportunity. You might be completely free of an old life. So like all bets are off, right? Here you are, the Emperor, surveying your, there's the Sagittarius energy, looking right at the Archangel there. 7 of Cups. I don't know what to do about it. Knight of Swords, the Moon, the Strength card, and the 7 of Pentacles. I get the feeling that Spirit is saying to you, go toward this person, but you're not so sure about that. This is a very spiritual connection that you have. Leo, with a Cancer full moon, Sagittarius, Aries, more Jupiter energy, Sagittarius, Pisces even. There's your Virgo. I feel like Spirit is saying go toward this person, but I almost feel like you're dragging your feet a little bit. Not sure why. Why? 7 of Cups. Death, King of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. If you've had a reversal of fortune, right? The Tower and the Fool, you've become completely devoid of a past life, like let go of all of it. You want to collaborate with this person, or you want to, connect with them on some physical level. You want to spend time with them. Maybe you want to do business with them. Maybe there's a romantic relationship here. It's going to take some courage here. And I feel like you really have to go slow, Virgo. And if you haven't been going slow, you will now, because there's the Knight of Swords. This full moon in Cancer says you're letting go of some kind of old fantasy. You don't have any illusions anymore. This life that you're going toward is a radical departure from where you've been. And whether you're bringing with you a lot of money or no money, or whatever this financial issue is here, this is like a new day. This is a completely new set of circumstances than where you have been before. So if you've been like I'm the breadwinner and I'm in charge of all the money or something like that, this next relationship is not going to be like that, or vice versa, right? There's something super duper different about this. It's not what you expect. It's not going to be the same old. I can tell you that. Get ready for a big surprise, or get ready for a big change of a life. Really big change of life. I'm going to shut this off. So get ready for that. That's for Virgo. All right, Virgo. So your guides are trying to tell you. Your guides are trying to tell you that about this new situation. So maybe you just want to pay attention to that, right? If it's going to be a really big change of life for you, then I think you're going to want to listen, because that does feel like it's coming in pretty strongly. Okay, Libra. All right, Libra. Protection. I keep getting this card. I'm a Libra rising. Protection. You are protected, my dear. You are protected. What is that about? Are protected. Okay. All right. Queen of Swords underneath. 10 of Wands. Ace of Cups. Really just starting to let go of old baggage here. I feel like you still are carrying a torch for somebody. Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Nine of Wands. Yeah. You're still carrying a torch for somebody. They could come back around to you. And I feel like they convince you that, or you're, where's this coming from? I feel like they're trying to convince you that's you and them against the world kind of a thing. They want another beginning. But I don't think they can hang, because here you are, the Nine of Pentacles, and then this Five of Cups. So Three of Pentacles. It's like they want, okay, I'm going to use this term, but it's like a bait and switch thing. Like they want one thing with you, but then they're all of a sudden they're going to be more interested in something different. So I want to be with you romantically, but actually I want to be business partners, or vice versa. I want to be business partners, but really I want you romantically. The Nine of Wands says you've been around the block with this person a few times. Queen of Swords, Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's like it's a big choice. Hermit, Virgo, Gemini. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. So Libra, you're wanting to see something tangible. You want to see some tangible effort from them. I'm not saying that this person is good or bad for you. I'm saying that you are protected. This is a new opportunity with them, and or with somebody, a new person coming in. What I do feel is that this is gonna be a big decision, because I don't feel like you've healed 100% from somebody recently. Strength card, Hanged Man, the Sun, wow, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're struggling with letting somebody go, or struggling with a situation. Now, these could be unrelated. You could be, dealing with a situation in your life, letting somebody go out of your life, and then in another part of your life, like let's say you're letting go of a business partner, and then here comes a romantic partner, right? Those are two different scenarios. But there's definitely something here, Libra, could be a Leo, that definitely says you want to see some tangible effort, because you have been the one doing the heavy lifting in a lot of your relationships, and that needs to stop. You need somebody who is going to fight the good fight with you, not against you. All right, not against you. All right, so that's Libra. Let's look at Scorpio, then Sag. All right, Scorpio, then Sag. Scorpio. Woo! Divine Masculine. Scorpio, what's going on here? I guess it was the reading this morning. I did the live, or yesterday morning as you're watching this. Something about integrating your inner masculine is happening for the collective right now in a very positive way, like it's a protector. King of Pentacles. Oh, look at that's protection. Protector. Protect your money. There's Taurus energy, your opposite sign. Four of Wands. Protect your money from a commitment, from an investment source, investing your money. Page of Wands, Five of Cups, High Priestess, and the outcome is the Two of Swords. Don't get too excited. It's possible that your divine masculine is coming in. They want commitment, and they want to move in. They want to move into your life very quickly, maybe physically move in, right? We're getting Taurus here. This is Cancerian energy. So, I feel like they want to move in very quickly, but then you realize they're the Page of Wands. They're not a king. All right. So, What's the advice to you, Scorpio? Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. This person's going to be very traditional. And that may sweep you off your feet. And this person's going to be very, very traditional. So, you know, you're going to have your wits about you. I feel like you kind of get afraid of this. Okay, I feel like you kind of, yeah, Nine of Swords, Ace of Wands, Fool, and the Strength card. I feel like you get afraid of this and maybe pull back, but then you give this person an opportunity. All right, I would just protect your assets and your resources. That's coming through pretty loud and clear. So, yeah, there's no magician in that reading, but boy, if there were, I'd be like, hold on to your wallet, Scorpio. Hold on to your wallet. Somebody wants your resources. Okay. Let us do Saggies, then I'll read card for everybody watching. Transmute. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Transmute. Take a bad situation and make it better. I like that. A situation or something that you have been going through is really going to turn out to be quite a positive thing for you, right? You're turning lead into gold. Knight of Pentacles. I keep getting this King of Wands, Queen of Wands. I'm going to take this. Three of Swords. Here's the Ace of Wands. Wow. This is a person who hurt you in the past, Sag. Here you are, King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, very celebrated, maybe leaning into your, remember what I said about turning lead into gold? So you could be talking about your relationship history, and that's part of your success. Maybe you're a dating coach. Maybe you're a YouTuber. Okay. Three of Cups, the Moon, Ace of Swords, the Fool. Lots of Fool energy in these readings. Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Lots of holding on to your resources too. Just like Scorpio. Just like Scorpio, Sag. I feel like you have an opportunity. This full moon in Cancer, there's a culmination of something. Somebody's coming back around to you, making some kind of offer. I think they tell you the truth. I do. I think this person tells you the truth. And that's very disarming. And then you're going to feel bad about protecting yourself because they are telling you the truth. What do you need to know about this person? You might invest with them or invest time and energy with them. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. King and Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. This could end up being a long-term relationship. You might start out investing some time and energy, but then get a little scared of this. Okay, because I think this person is wanting to spend, you know, there's a lot of pentacles in this reading. You might have been passionately connected to them in the past, but they've grown up. All right, and I do think you get a little bit skittish, Sag, just because of the independence thing. They're telling you the truth, and then it feels like, oh God, I've got nowhere to go. In the past, I might have like confused or said that they were a liar, they were lying to me, la 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 la. But this time, that's not an excuse. Like, this person's been telling you the truth, and they're gonna tell you the truth. And so it's like, where do I go from here? You need to know what it is you want with this person. Okay, do you want a romantic partnership or not? All right, that's for Sag. Now, let's read for everybody watching. We're going to talk to the collective right now. Pick this up. Let's use a different deck here. For the collective, For the collective, please. What is going on for the collective? All right. What do you need to know right now? Blessed. Soulmates. Look at that, a 22 card and then the soulmate card. Soulmate card coming through. Wow, collective. I've been seeing love in a lot of those readings, even though there's some cautionary tale in there. You know, like be careful or protect your money or whatever it is. It's a soulmate coming in. Really nice. Very strong energy here. Yes, very fast. 8 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. Could be living together very quickly. Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Success. King of Cups. Yep, this person is, wow. The Sun. Justice. They're likely free. Single. 4 of Swords. King of Wands. Queen of Cups. 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's a lack of trust here. I saw this in a few of the readings, and this, I feel like you're going to think this is too good to be true. Whether it is or it isn't, I don't think it is too good to be true, but I think it's important that you go through this exercise of being like asking better questions, or how do I vet this person? How do I not get caught up in this? How do I slow this down? Like, these are all useful, good questions here. How do I have boundaries with somebody when I feel like this is such a good fit or such a good opportunity? Like feeling like swept off your feet. I think you just need to slow it down. And that's usually my advice. But this person looks like they're showing, I mean, King and Queen of Cups here. This is a, and the 10 of Cups. So this is a soulmate relationship that is going to, I feel like, bowl you over. It's kind of hard to be good at boundaries when someone comes in like that and is just like incredible. So watch out for that. Okay. All right, you guys, that's for you. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.